It was a bright Saturday morning, the kind that made the neighborhood feel alive with energy. Birds chirped from the trees lining the small suburban park, joggers passed along the paths, and families arrived with their dogs in tow, laughing and chatting. Today, however, the park wasn't just a playground for pets and their owners. It had become the site of a carefully planned social experiment. A local YouTube creator had decided to test pet etiquette, aiming to see how people would react if small, controlled, rule violations occurred. Hidden cameras were set up behind benches, near trash cans, and along the paths where dogs usually played. Some volunteers acted as though they forgot to pick up after their pets. Others pretended to ignore leash rules, and a few placed tennis balls in awkward spots to see if other dog owners would react. Most people smiled politely, corrected the volunteers gently, or laughed and moved on. Everything was going as planned, until she arrived. She stepped through the gate like she owned the place. A middle-aged woman with a sharp blonde bob, oversized sunglasses, and a designer handbag clutched under her arm. Her tiny white poodle yipped and wriggled in her grasp, matching her tense energy. From the moment she entered, the atmosphere shifted. Kids paused mid-play, parents froze, and a couple walking their Labrador stopped in surprise. Her presence alone commanded attention. "Excuse me, who's running this place?" she demanded, her voice cutting across the park. A young man tossing a frisbee for his golden retriever froze, the ball falling to the ground. "This is completely unacceptable. Big dogs like that are dangerous. You people have no idea how to control them." The volunteers tried to maintain the experiment's light-hearted tone, but Karen wasn't in the mood for subtlety. She marched through the park, pointing fingers at every dog off-leash, every owner she deemed negligent. A small group of children ran past her chasing a tennis ball, and she shouted, "Control your kids. Do you want them attacked?" Her poodle slipped from her grip, darting toward a group of other dogs. A child screamed as the small dog jumped toward a stroller, and parents rushed to intervene. Karen spun around, flailing her arms, yelling, "You're all irresponsible! Someone call the authorities. This is a disaster." The hidden cameras captured every second, and nearby parkgoers quickly pulled out their phones, filming the chaos. The social experiment had backfired spectacularly. The volunteers had intended to test minor infractions, but now a real meltdown was unfolding before their lenses. A calm man with a retriever stepped forward. "Ma'am," he said, trying to de-escalate the situation, "your dog is causing problems. Perhaps you should keep him on a leash." Karen's face flushed red. "How dare you tell me what to do? My dog is an emotional support animal. I'm calling the police." She whipped out her phone and dialed 911, her voice trembling with exaggerated panic. "Yes, I need help immediately. This park is unsafe. These animals are out of control, and no one is enforcing the rules." Bystanders whispered to each other, some laughing quietly, others shaking their heads. "She's really doing it," one parent murmured. "Please don't forget to subscribe and like my video. Also, share your thoughts into the comment box." Smartphones were aimed at her from every angle. The social experiment volunteers couldn't believe their luck. They had hoped for minor reactions, but this was cinematic chaos. Minutes later, 2 police officers arrived. Their patrol car lights flashed red and blue across the green grass, catching everyone's attention. Karen rushed to meet them, pointing at various dog owners, shouting, "You have to do something! This is an emergency. These people are harassing me." The officers approached calmly. "Ma'am, can you explain what's happening here?" Karen launched into a long tirade, finger-pointing at everyone in sight. "These dogs are dangerous. That man's dog could have attacked my poodle. Those parents are allowing their children to scream and run unsupervised. No one is doing anything." One officer looked at the crowd. "We've received several videos from witnesses," he said quietly to his partner. "We need to assess who actually caused the disruptions." The videos revealed the truth clearly. Karen's poodle had lunged at a stroller. She had shouted at children, and she had caused every conflict in the park. The officers turned back to her. "Ma'am," one said firmly, "we've reviewed the evidence. Your behavior and your dog's actions disrupted the peace. We need you to calm down and leave the area immediately. Further disruption may lead to a citation." Karen's jaw dropped. "What? No. I'm the victim here. I called you." The officer remained unmoved. "Please leave the premises now." Laughter and applause rippled through the gathered crowd. Phones recorded her every step as she stomped away, dragging her poodle behind her. The social experiment volunteers cheered quietly among themselves. They had captured far more than intended. Clips of Karen's meltdown were soon being uploaded online under titles like "Pet Etiquette Experiment Gone Wrong," "Karen Gets Exposed," and "Dog Park Karen Chaos Caught on Camera." By the evening, the videos went viral. Comments poured in, memes circulated, and the story spread across social media. The park returned to normal. The dogs ran, kids played, and parents laughed. But Karen's dramatic meltdown had become a legend, a cautionary tale about entitlement, hysteria, and instant public exposure. And for anyone watching or narrating this tale, the lesson was crystal clear. Sometimes the most unplanned social experiments create the most unforgettable content. People don't always need to act for drama. Sometimes drama creates itself. Please don't forget to subscribe and, like my video, also share your thoughts into the comment box.